Hi guys, I'm Claire. Welcome back to Ballymullin Farm. Today I'm here with Lance and we are going to be talking a little bit about our farm. So it is our plan over the next few weeks to film roughly around a 10-part series, just to let you guys know some of our farm details, our goals, and a little bit more information about how we're planning to transition to regenerative farming. On today's video though, we're going to be focusing in on our farm details, so the facts, the figures, just to let you guys know a little bit about the farm, how many cows we milk, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to let Lance take over and tell you a little bit about that.
Alright guys, so as Claire said at the start there, we farm in Taranaki in the North Island of New Zealand. For those of you overseas, we say in the North Island, not on the North Island. So in a little place called Takiri, which is on the west coast of the North Island. So I grew up on this farm. My mum and dad bought it in 1975, and so my mum grew up in a little place called Alton, which is down South Taranaki that way, about an hour away, and then Dad grew up about 5 minutes that way. So he was unfortunately one of 11 kids, so he didn't get to stay on the home farm, but after they got married, they moved here, and they were here for about 45 years, or be close to 50 years, I think. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's the sort of the history of the farm. Claire and I came back here share milking about 10 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, just before our third son was born, and we've owned the farm now for about 7 years. So we were able to buy the farm with some help from mum and dad, and obviously a big loan from the bank. So we are probably high end sort of system 2. I don't think quite system 3. Hey Faith, how we go? Our goals are, just turn around this way because Faith wants to say hello. Hey, beautiful. Our goals, obviously, that we've discussed in some of the other videos, are to eventually be System 1 and once a day, and obviously, get further and further into that regen journey. They're just all things that kind of tick the boxes for us. So the way we want to live and want to farm, and that sort of saying of leaving the planet better than when you arrived, or that sort of thing. So it just kind of works with our kind of ethos, I suppose you say, about how we're living and what we're putting in our own bodies and what we'd like to supply to other people and that sort of thing. We milk, our cow numbers have changed over the years. When we first started, we were about 300 cows here, and it's gradually come down to the last couple of years. We've milked about 230, and we'd love to get to about 200 cows if we could go to fully to System 1. We own about 55 hectares, which is about 51 effective, and we lease about another 30 hectares off our neighbour. So that gives us about 82 hectares, I think, effective. So we're about 2.8 cows to the hectare, and I think if we went to 200, that would be about 2.4. We're mixed breed, so we've got some beautiful Friesians, some beautiful Jerseys, some crossbreeds. I've always quite liked red Holsteins, so we've got some beautiful red Holsteins in the herd. Only a handful, unfortunately, because we tend to have a lot of red Holstein bull calves, but we do have a few starting to get the odd one. Yeah, rough tongue. Production, last sort of 3-year average, I think, for about 370 kilos of milk solids per cow. So it's a little bit lower than we want, what we would like it to have been, but there's been a couple of hard seasons in there. about 4 or 5 years ago, we managed about 390 a cow, and that was with actually less inputs. We had one of those seasons where the grass just kept growing, so we used basically no palm kernel, just a little bit of prolic. But yeah, we sort of would like to get to about, if we could go system one and eventually once a day, and we could do about 350 a cow. We reckon that would be like, the sweet spot for us. Our farm working expenses last season were, I think, about $4 per kilo milk solids. In the past, we've been somewhere between about 320 and 360. So that we kind of keep our costs down by doing as much as possible ourselves. Last year, unfortunately, production was down a little bit, and also, as everybody else would know, probably farming around the world, costs have just skyrocketed since COVID. And interest rates and everything were up as well, so that affected our farm working expenses. But still, we're actually still really happy with where we were able to keep them, considering just the pressure that was going on out there. Commodity prices and just the cost of everything has gone up so much.
So we just feel so lucky to have this piece of land that we can call our home, and bring our kids up outside with animals, just having a really great time. It just makes us so happy.
It does, yeah. So thanks heaps for watching, guys. Just a short video today, just outlining what we've got planned, but there's going to be lots more to come. As always, we really appreciate you watching.
So next in the series, we've got some videos about our farm goals, our milking systems, the diversification of our business, as well as our goals towards, or our transition towards regenerative farming. But yes, please stay tuned for those. And we will catch you today, but we'll see you on the next one.
Awesome. Thanks heaps, Guy.
Bye.